Hey, what is up, loafers? This is Nanobread, and welcome back to another video of Stardew every day. I just want to say congratulations to everyone. I made it to day 6, and that is further than Waligug got in his series. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. Man, the first thing I had to see in the morning is Clint's. Come on, man. Oh, okay. He's giving me something. I'm happy about that then. Glad he's just not wasting my time. Alright. Since today is a rainy day and I don't have the best luck, I'm gonna go straight to the ocean to go fishing. I'm not missing out on my chance to get an eel this time. Man, aren't you guys so cute? Y'all are sleeping. Winky, nod, both have half hearts. Yeah, if you guys want to change their names, feel free to come up with something in the comments, and I will make sure to look at them and put it down if you guys have one. Ooh, I just hoed up a slime shirt. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna keep that. No more overalls, no more Luigi lookalike. Alright, before I head to the ocean, I'll probably go head over to Clint's to break these open, and also the museum to go donate some minerals. Alright, the topic for today, it basically asks me, if I could go back to college and choose any major again, which one would I choose? Now, there isn't one specific one that I know for sure I'll choose, but there's kind of like a wide variety, so I'm sure this topic will take me to the end of the episode. Gotta make my daily trash can checks. Ooh, Joja Cola. Can't wait to drink that. Ooh, field snack. Can't wait to eat that one. Man, this museum looks really sad. Abysmal. Yeah, he nailed it right on the head. Man, this shirt makes me look really fat. It looks like I got a gut going on. That's a lot of money there, donating stuff to you. I mean, how are you gonna make it up to me? Might. I don't know if I like the might in that sentence. Man, everyone in this town is so stingy. It's unbelievable. I guess I'll make some donations though, because it's kind of necessary for things. I like to color code them, but so far, since they're so little, I'm just gonna put them down in random spots, and later on when I get more, then I'll start shuffling things around. Also, sorry if it sounds like I'm really dead or just have really low energy. I did low-key just wake up, so that's probably why it sounds like that. I hope it doesn't make too big of a difference when I'm editing, but only one way to find out, right? Alright, it's time to go drop some stuff back off. Oh, hi Penny. This is gonna make one of my viewers really happy, just interacting with her. Oh, okay, I see. You want to be left alone. I'm glad it's relatively inexpensive to open these geodes, otherwise it would be pretty bad in terms of cost. But 25 per, not terrible. So one of the majors that I was considering when I was applying to college was video game designing. So if some places didn't have that specifically, I would go for more like a CS route. I'm kind of glad I didn't. I don't really enjoy coding and everything, and even as a math major I still have to, which I kind of dread. But when I was in high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I guess that's still pretty similar to right now. And one of my main interests back then, and still now, is to play video games. So I thought, well, why not take it a step further and maybe try to develop some in the future. Now, when I was younger, I didn't know that there was a difference between video game design and video game programming. I, for one, really hate coding, so I'm glad I didn't go down the CS route, but I didn't know that I could be a video game designer and not be a programmer. I always thought that those two were like the same things. Another major that I was strongly considering out of high school was to be a music major. I don't know if I've ever talked about it before, but I have played the trumpet ever since the 5th grade, and I do really like it. Quick story time. The trumpet is actually something I quit doing twice. Back in 5th grade when I started, it was during class time, and I was, a little nerd back then, and I didn't want to risk missing any class to play music, so I decided to quit in the middle of it. But then in middle school, since it became its own class and I didn't have to miss out on like science or math or anything, then I decided to join it again. Then in 8th grade, I kind of had the same sentiment that I didn't really want music to take up one of my class slots, so I opted to not join the band at the beginning of the year, but I still wanted to be involved musically, so I tried to see if I could just only join the jazz band, which was an after-school program. Fortunately for me, unfortunate at the time, the music teacher said that I had to join one of her ensembles in order to join the jazz band. So I reluctantly rejoined in the intermediate band, and then in the middle of the year I thought, well, if I'm going to be in band, I might as well go to where the rest of my friends are, and that would be the advanced band. So I went from the beginning of that year to only trying to do jazz band to being in the jazz and intermediate band, and then when the new semester rolled around, I was in the jazz and the advanced band. Ooh, a herring frenzy. Okay, that was also a new thing that was added to the game when I was away, and that basically just means that whatever type of frenzy it is, that type of fish will spawn more and you'll be able to catch them at a higher rate. In saying that though, I have to find out where the frenzy is, and I believe it only lasts a couple of hours. Also, a fun thing that was added to the game is that I can choose a fishing bobber. I really like this. I wish I had more things unlocked, but just for the sake of being different, I'm gonna change to the pink one. So back to music, I always really enjoyed it despite me quitting twice. It was more of just me trying to be, a good Asian boy and focus on my academics rather than trying to spend time doing something like music. But it wasn't really until, I guess, high school where I took band a little more seriously. I upgraded my trumpet from a really bad Amazon one to a trumpet that is considered to be used by young professionals in the Bach Strad 27, I believe is the number. It's a very common one for high schoolers who want to take trumpet a little more seriously to get. That's the one that one of my predecessors got, and we always considered him to be like our god of trumpets just because that's how good he was. And not to brag, but in high school I was always one of the better trumpet players. I don't really want to say that I was one of the best, but maybe other people can say otherwise. But I was very involved musically in high school. I basically did every opportunity that I could. I was in the freshman band my freshman year, then I was in the symphonic band my second year, and then I was in the wind ensemble, which is the audition group, for my junior and senior year. Throughout all 4 of those years, I was in the advanced jazz band, and I believe starting my sophomore year, I was in the chamber orchestra, which was one of my favorite experiences. It's basically just the combination of the string instruments and the wind instruments. Besides that, I also did marching band all 4 years, even though I kind of didn't like that as much at the beginning, but it really grew on me. I even did Blue Devils, only the B Corps, which at that point it was still pretty impressive since not many people from my school got into DCI, which is drum corps. And then on top of that, anytime that my school would have a musical, I did try to get in to try to be in the pit, aka the band that plays the music live. I started my sophomore year with Guys and Dolls. It was one of my favorite music experiences of all time, and I was sad during my junior year where it turned out to be that they only needed synthesizers and piano players because they were doing Mamma Mia. They had a really good performance, but I was still a little salty that I wasn't able to be included in that. Finally, in my senior year, we were going to do Chicago, and the music for that play is amazing, especially the first trumpet parts. There's always really fun solos in there. It's unfortunate that COVID really cut that short, as well as many other things. Another major I was considering was marine biology, and that was kind of a last second addition before I applied to college. I was really fascinated by ocean life. I really liked going to aquariums and any topic that revolved around it. I never really dove into it too deeply, so I can't really speak much on it besides that, but it was always a big fascination for me and kind of like a big what if in my life. Oh nice, I just caught an eel. That was actually fairly easy for what I had to do. And Willie's shop is unfortunately closed, so I'm gonna run home and drop some stuff off. I grew a further interest in marine biology, or just anything related to the ocean, when I took a class in college called oceanography. It was one of my favorite GEs that I've taken of all time, and unfortunately it was one of my first GEs that I ever took. The class came really easy to me, and maybe that's just because it was a GE, but it also fascinated me so much. Maybe this is also because it was like during COVID and I was bored out of my mind at home, so I just needed anything to kind of like escape that. But after that, I did take a class called the Atmosphere. It was kind of like the next in series after oceanography, and I still really enjoyed that as well. So because of those two classes, I also considered doing something about like environmental science or like earth sciences. Those were really the only two classes though that I took that related to that. So that dream kind of died there. But it is still like something I'm interested in. I love going to aquariums and zoos and everything. Now with all this being said, I still do really like being a math major, despite me like kind of struggling to get jobs right now. It has been something that I've always just been good at, and something that fascinates me. Like, I really do enjoy learning. I remember one time in high school when I was taking Calculus BC, which is essentially like the second AP calc class, and we spent an entire block period, which was longer than a normal one. I believe normal periods are like what, an hour, and these ones were close to 2. We spent an entire block period trying to solve a singular math problem, and it was like a competition between all the tables in the class. And even though no one was actually able to figure it out, we still all had such a fun time trying to like figure out the steps to potentially get to the solution. I remember vividly, I was talking to one of my table mates, and we were agreeing how, man, we are all such nerds for enjoying doing math for basically 2 hours straight on a singular problem that we weren't even able to figure out. In saying that though, when I did get to college and I started to do theoretical math or having to do proofs, that wasn't really my strong suit, so my enjoyment for that died down just a little bit, but it was still really fun to learn all the concepts, and I was still engaged with all the content that was presented to me. Alright, it is the end of the day. With all that, I do want to ask you guys the same question. If you guys already graduated college, or if you're in college, or even if you're going into college soon, or maybe not at all, I want to know what majors you guys would choose and any fun stories that you guys have about it and like how it relates. If you guys also wanted to become video game developers, please let me know which are your favorite video games down in the comments. If you guys played an instrument, I want to know what instrument you guys played, for how long, and basically just your story about it. Also, if I mentioned your major here, I want to know too. Maybe I'll hit you guys up to get some more details about what that entails. Alright, this is a good day of fishing today. So I'm going to sell one of you, 4 of you, 1 of you, 4 of you, and that should be it. For any minerals that I don't need anymore to donate, I'll probably sell you as well. I believe that's the only one. I'll sell 1 of each just so I can have it in the bin and in my collection. Alright, and just like that, that is another day of Stardew every day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I wish you guys a good night, loafers.